hopefully this little pool is going to be flat when I dry out, and I won't be all up at an angle, but I can move in and out. I can adjust things as we settle down. I want to end up on the bottom, not at high water. That's why I've got to drop quite a bit, because I don't want to be caught by the tide in the morning. Morning tides are often less high than evening tides for some baffling reason I don't completely understand. I'm not desperately convinced by French tinned food. I don't think they have as much interesting stuff as we do in Britain. But this is pretty good. Another nifty thing you can get in France. Pre-made pancakes! Pre-made pancakes for pud! Yes. When I say you can get these in France, I imagine you can only get them in Brittany. C'est correct Breton. So as you may have gathered, I did have to prop the boat level. Didn't settle level. It's always a balancing act, because you don't want to be in a sea of mud, because if you are in a sea of mud the boat will sit level, but then you can't get ashore without wading through a sea of mud. So what you want is to find somewhere relatively soft but then firm enough so that you don't trample mud everywhere. So I'm sitting here listening to the birds just chirping on the shingle bank, and in the pool behind in here there's fish every so often leap out of the water, whole shoals of them, and then there are seabirds trying to catch them. Just waiting for the coffee. There it is. I've just realised what this is. As the water in the pool goes down, there's a whole shoal of fish here. And the big fish are trying to catch the minnows, and that's why the minnows are leaping out of the water. But now what's happening is the big fish are leaping out of the water as well, chasing the minnows. Here we are in the middle of the night. Owls hunting in the woods. It's red in tooth and claw, this nature, isn't it? Fish being gobbled up in the evening, and now, yeah. So I know what you're thinking. There's not enough actual sailing in this video. It's all people sitting around eating food and talking about fish. Well, a week ago I was sailing along the north coast of Brittany with a group of cruising dinghies, and we dodged between the cailloux, between the rocks. We landed on islands, and there were even other people sleeping on boats under canvas, because this was another one of the challenge NAVIGUER LÉGER. Here we are sailing slowly down the river Jodi from Tréguier and out and round Rade de Brest and into the sounds around the Île de Brest itself. This is a splendid place with really interesting currents. Lots of sounds between the rocks that you dodge between, using the countercurrents to make against the tide. Here's my friend Alban and his crew Vivian in another Ilur. On the north coast of Brest is the Pointe de Sillon, and we dribbled past this in a light air, rolling in the swell, dodging inside the off-lying rocks amongst fascinating, utterly fascinating scenery. It was all quite frantic sailing, actually, getting up very early in the morning and sailing all day and stopping late at night, which is why this weekend I wanted to be a little bit more reflective and get up in the morning in a leisurely fashion. Nearly 7 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah. If I get ashore now, I won't need to wade too deep. So good morning from the Sillon des Anglais. The sun is nicely risen now and it's burning the mist off the water. It's rising off the water, and there's still a light land breeze blowing down the valley. So it's an easterly wind rather than the westerly, which will fill in again later, I imagine. It's high water, so we've got a good 6 hours of tide that's going to start running that way, and I only need 3 to get back to where I set off from. So there's plenty of time to enjoy breakfast, which is coffee and more, the last here, the last of the Breton pancakes. Just before I went to bed, I did actually move the stern anchor down into deep water. I took it right to the edge of the beach and chucked it in to the lagoon, where it becomes flat mud. It hadn't completely dried, but there was not very much water there, so I could see there was nice soft mud. So that's what the anchor's lying in, and I've then transferred that anchor round to the bow. So that's what we're lying to at the moment, and the old shore anchor's just hooked over the side of the boat. So here we are, enjoying breakfast in the Sillon des Anglais. This is exactly the sort of anchorage you want. Somewhere where you can come in, work out exactly where you want the boat to settle, get it all sorted out, settle there, spend the night comfortably on the bottom so that you can have a bit of a wander around, and then in the morning float off again. It's actually quite difficult to arrange when you're going somewhere new and you've no real idea what to expect. But fortunately I have been here before, a long time ago, when I'd first bought this boat. I had a temporary cover made from, temporary tent cover made from tarpaulin, an old sheet of tarpaulin, and I came here and I actually went deep, well further up the Sillon, sorry, well the Sillon's the beach, further up the lagoon, and it was horrible and muddy at low water, and I thought next time I'll come further out, I'll go further down near the point. So that's what I've done. So this is with the benefit of experience. It isn't simply serendipity. Ropes everywhere. This is why I like the Ilur. There's lots of space for dealing with ropes. My life seems to be all about dealing with ropes aboard a boat, rather than worrying about efficient windward sailing, things like that.